we are told as women, you know what, eka yako kando mahali, ficha kitu yako peke yako, so that the man doesn't know. Don't show everything. Like you said that you and Pastor Munene,
Yes,
everything on the table.
Yeah, is on the table.
But what do you feel about, you know, me as a woman, maybe for future, you know, issues, you know, maybe uko mbele nitahitaji, you know, something.
Yes.
And njifichi yangu kidogo. Kando.
I think what I've seen in the mind of men, most of the men think about the future. A woman will think about short term. And that's why it's very important for a woman to save because of some few things that are needed.
So to feature.
It's very important for a woman to save. Yeah, no, to save.
Okay.
Yeah, to save with the right motive. God looks at the motive.
Exactly.
And so this is what I would advise and suggest, that it is important for the man to have his own account, the wife to have her own account. If you have a business, have a business account, that both of you are signatories, then you can have a business account so that you can actually be accountable to each other. In this sense, Pastor Munene can now just go to a Harambe and give, let's say, have $1 million without consulting me.
Yes.
You're getting, and equally the same. But anything like 20,000, you know, anything below 50,000, that one, I'm allowed to do that. But anything that is going to mess the budget of the family, I think it is important for you to consult. And that's why that is what has made us to stay put up together and having no fear that this man might one day do this and that. So that accountability is very important. Remember, the Adamic nature is very selfish. It's me, myself, and I.
What does that? What is
the Adamic nature? You want everything for yourself. You get that, and we need to be aware about it. So that when that nature, you know, comes up, then you're gonna talk to it. No, I'm not single. I'm actually married, and I'm actually accountable to this man because a woman suffers from something we call independency. You get that? Eh? Most of the women feel they can move on with life without a man. They can take care of their children, especially when they are financially stable. There's a voice that speaks to us,
and it's a demonic.
And it's not from God.
It's a demonic.
It's not
voice.
from God. It is from the Adamic nature.
It's
not
from
demonic.
God.
It is demonic because. Listen to this. This is powerful. This is powerful. Why is it so? Listen to this, my dear. The first spiritual voice that a woman heard was from the serpent. The first spiritual voice that a man heard and kept hearing was from God.
Wanawake tunaonewa.
No, sio kuonewa. We are actually laying the principles and the foundation.
Any voice that goes against the principles that was set from the beginning.
From the beginning.
It's not a voice of God.
It's not a voice of God. You're getting that.
So anything that tells you to go against the system.
Yes. And then the men also suffer from the spirit of irresponsibility. So women suffer from independency. Feeling like I can do without a man. A man suffers from irresponsibility. Why would Adam allow Eve to talk to a stranger and is not concerned? That is showing irresponsibility.
True.
What is irresponsibility? Inability to respond to a God-given ability.
Hi.
Okay. Okay, Foneke, please sit.
It's deep. It's gongaing. This thing is gongaing.
And every man must hear this. Because that is the Adamic weakness. The Adamic weakness of every man. And that's why I love the way he's coming out so strong, because he's against that irresponsibility. Because you would wonder, why is it that we have so many single mothers taking care of their own children and we don't have single fathers? Very few.
Very few.
Very few. Why? Because these men ran away from their responsibility. Yet it is a God-given ability in a man to take care of the woman and to take care of the children.
True.
And so the same dimension is what is reflected in the finances. And so this Adamic nature in a woman makes a woman, and every woman who is listening to me, listen to me very clearly. This is the greatest weakness of every woman born of a woman. That we have a spirit that disturbs us called the spirit of independency. And men have a spirit of irresponsibility. But now, when we have the knowledge of the Word of God, when we have the knowledge of the truth and the principles that make marriage work, then the Adamic nature, when it comes to speak to you, you tell it, no. I'm actually accountable to my wife, and vice versa. I need to take care of my children. I need to pay the school fees, as he has said, pay the rent, make sure that my family is okay. So that's very important for a man to keep on, challenging himself on his responsibility and provision as he can at that particular season.
And maybe just to add,
yes, sir. Yes.
There are a lot of men who are going to be watching and they're going to be saying, I stopped doing this and this and this because my baby mama said this and this and this. Now, those are three different elements. The man the woman stroke baby mama and the child are two separate elements.
Two separate identities.
And that's why I need to tell women something. This man didn't leave the children. This man left you.
Wow.
So stop telling your children that alituacha. No man leaves that man didn't leave the children.
I love
he left
that.
you.
I love that.
So if he had a choice and if the law accepted,
yes,
he would have left with the children. So stop inciting the children that alituacha. Hey, wewe ndio uliwachwa. So if the man had a choice, he would have walked away with his shminyis. That's how we call them in Kiluya.
Yes.
Right? So no man left his children. He left you. But now for the men, you must continue stepping in.
Thank you.
Because no man is a perfect father or a perfect son or a perfect husband. A man is the only most unfinished building.
Yes.
And it will never be finished until the day of his death. A man is an element in it's a construction in progress.
Wonderful.
Right?
Yes.
So a man must always be there. Jikazi. Let me see the features in public knowledge.
Yes.
I have 3 beautiful girls.
Yes.
And I've made sure. Kila siku najaribu ku video call. Nipige simu kishi, nipige simu ngine kitengela. Are you girls okay? Are you okay? I am not with their mothers.
Wow.
But hey, I have to make sure my heart is intertwined with the girls.
Wonderful.
Because I am the first boyfriend they will ever experience.
They will ever experience. Thank you.
You get my point?
And another thing, girls who grew up having a very strong relationship with their dads, they are wonderful wives. Because when they marry, they want to give that love they were given by their father to their husband.
There was already a template.
They were full.